What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner. And, I try to make some sense out of nonsense. I'm out here with my dogs. We're out here getting some cool air in Ohio. I was thinking, when I was in college, there was this young lady who was studying to be a neurosurgeon. And I said, at the time, I didn't know what a neurosurgeon was. So I'm like, a neurosurgeon, huh? I said, well, so what do they do? And she said, well, they work on people's brains. And I said, really? I said, well, how long do you have to go to school to be a neurosurgeon? And she said, 12 years. I said, what? You got to be kidding. Why would anybody go to school for 12 years to be something? I don't care what it is. That's like repeating high school, actually kindergarten, all the way through high school again. And she says, yeah, but when I come out, my starting salary will be $1 million a year. And I was like, ooh, well, now, you know what? Go ahead with your bad self. If you're willing to go to school for 12 years to make $1 million, and think about that, that will go quick. If you start college at 18, 12 years go by just like that. Before you know it, you're 32 years old, you're in your prime, and you making $1 million a year? I mean, what would incentivize somebody to go to school for 12 years to become a brain surgeon? Well, capitalism. That's what incentivizes them. See, I didn't want to go through 12 years of school to be a brain surgeon. I was willing to take another route. Okay, that's my choice. See, it's capitalism. But now imagine now if socialism was the way our economy ran. Do you think that she would say, let me go to school for 12 years so I could come out and be very sought after, one of few black female surgeons, neurosurgeons in the world, to make the same amount as everybody else? Do you think that that's what would happen? Do you think that anybody would be incentivized to make, say, a better quality car, to make people say, you know what, I'm going to go and buy that Infinity versus go and buy that Chevy or whatever it is? Do you think that they would do that? What would be the incentive if you had socialism? If everything was just straight equal across the board, what would be the incentive to come up with new cures for for diseases? What would be the incentive to make better TVs and better watches and better cell phones? What would be the incentive? What would be the incentive to even go to college? Because, see, my thought is this. If we became a socialistic country, and I'm saying, wow, so you're just going to make everybody work, and those that are working, you're going to take the money and distribute it amongst everybody, and we're all going to have access to stuff, then why don't I just stop working today and get in the line of just homeless people or whatever, and get me a house because I'm entitled, get me a car because I'm entitled, get me some health care because I'm entitled? I think you would give people an incentive, all right, an incentive to be lazy, an incentive to do nothing. How would you enforce that? How would you vet the people in a socialistic society and determine if they are truly homeless and in a bad situation, or they're listening to the Democrats running around talking about socialism, even though they try to package it up by saying, well, I'm a democratic socialist. No, you're just a socialist. Let's be honest. What would be the incentive? How would you be able to tell if a person is really down on their luck, or they're just taking advantage of the broken system that they're trying to implement? And what would you do if you had to go to the hospital and you want the top-notch service because you got a rare disease and you have to wait in line because it's single-payer health care? You can't pay for higher quality. You just got to get health care. Because, see, I'm going to be honest with you. Do you think that doctors would be going to school all those years just to, all have the same amount of money given to them, if any, to have their money just taken and distributed amongst the people? Do you think that they would really be like, man, I'm going to stay up all night working on a cure to a disease, or I'm going to go to school for 12 years so I can be the best brain surgeon ever? Or would they just say, man, you know what? I'm going to just go to the assembly and just put parts into this little machine as it goes down the assembly line, because I'm going to be making the same amount of money as, say, somebody who goes to school all those years. I mean, what would be the incentive for our capitalistic society to continue to come up with new innovation, new technology, all of that stuff. So all of these people running around talking about socialism, democratic socialists, they're they're dumb. I hate to say it. I mean, you're taking a system that has never worked ever. You can't explain how it will work, and you're trying to introduce it to our society. And those that buy into it because they have this utopian idea of what the world should be like, you're dumb too if you buy into it. And you will find that out real quick when we go the route of Venezuela or some of these other countries that have tried that. When you go to the store and you want the new latest technology, cell phone, and they say, nah, you just get phone, okay? We don't have no incentive. We're not making a profit. We're just making phone, okay? Yeah, basic necessity. You want Nikes? No, no, no. You're getting shoes. All right, that's what you're getting. Hey, man, no, what you doing coming up here talking about I need a Mercedes? No, no, you're getting car. That's what you're getting, buddy. Yeah, so for those that are running around talking about some democratic socialism is the new way to go, it's the thing, go ahead and vote for it and see what happens, okay? When you come home and your feet hurt, your back hurt because you've been working all day and the guy next door has been chilling out all day, but he's entitled to have a house, health care, all of that stuff. People don't realize that when you have capitalism, it works, even when it comes down to the health care. I mean, the companies oftentimes provide the health care to people who work for them. That's incentive to get a job. When you say, man, I don't really want to get a job, but my back been hurting or my feet been hurting, or what if I got diabetes, sugar diabetes? You know how black people, we got sugar diabetes. I don't even know where that came from. We don't even say diabetes. Black people just say, I got the sugar. We make stuff up. Just like, the shakes. That's not even a medical term, but black people know what that means. When people go through alcoholic or drug withdrawals, they just say, he got the shakes. But we all know what that means. But anyway, whatever disease you might have, and you talking about I need some health care, well, get up, go get a job, a place where they supply health care, and that's your incentive to go get a job. Same thing with the company. To provide health care, they get tax breaks. So now that's capitalism. It's working. But you take away all those incentives when you go to socialism, And so for those that are pushing this and those that are actually entertaining it, I hope you reconsider some things, especially if you like nice stuff. Forget that Louis Vuitton, no, purse now. That's all it is. Yes, see, forget all of that Evian water. You just get tap water now. Yeah, no more Coca-Cola or Pepsi. You just get cola. Like when we was growing up and we was on the welfare, and then that big box of food would come to us every month, and on the box, it was a big white box with just big black words that said cereal. That's all it was. We didn't know what was in there. Yeah, or my mom, she had to get cigarettes and they supplied it. Yeah, but guess what? There was no Cools, there was no Winstons. It was on the big black words on it, cigarettes. That was it. That was it. Okay? So if you want to go back to that across the board, go ahead, implement socialism and see what happens. People running around here talking about some socialism. Sound crazy. Sound like they ain't got no sense. But you know what I say. You can't make sense out of nonsense. Now, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. God bless you. Find me on Wednesday night, 7:30 in Kevin's Corner. Also, check me out on Facebook and Twitter. And we will see you next time in Kevin's Corner. If you want to donate to Kevin's Corner, there's links in the bottom to do that as well. God bless you. See you next time.